Hi, my name is Teresa Jurgens, and thank you for joining in this read-along YouTube series on the Innovation Process book. I have been reading from this book for 26 episodes. This is episode 27. Please check out prior episodes. Look at episode 0 to get the structure of the whole book, and episodes 23, 4, 5, 6, and 27 are all on Chapter 14, Phases and Tools in WAGILE Product Development. This falls under Part 3, WAGILE Product Development Systems for Innovation. Part 1 covered Waterfall. Part 2 covered Agile and Scrum. Part 3, WAGILE, yes, a made-up word between Waterfall and Agile. And Part 4, we're going to look at Lean New Product Development Processes. So we're going to wrap up Chapter 14 with Stage 5. You can get your copy to read along with me by scanning that QR code, and it will take you to Amazon. You can get either a Kindle copy or a paperback copy. I recommend the paperback because there are so many tools and charts and graphs in this book. It's easier for you to follow along with the paper copy and to use those to implement in your own company. So let's go ahead and get started with the last section of Chapter 14, Stage 5. Stage 5, production. Once a new product is commercialized, it is really no different than any other product in the company's portfolio. Some activities in Stage 5 lead to the launch decision, while others are conducted after the product is commercialized. Some tools and activities for the production stage in WAGILE product development are shown here in Figure 14-18. Stage 5 tools. Moving a new product to commercialization means that the product is treated like any other mainstream product in the firm's portfolio. During a product's lifetime, sales will ebb and flow while management makes decisions regarding pricing, discounts, marketing campaigns, and so on. A few standard management practices are appropriate to consider in greater detail for a newly released product. Lifecycle management. As illustrated in Figure 13-5, most new products have a standard life cycle in which sales grow, level off, and then decline after an initial introductory period. The project leader, who serves as a brand manager and owns the profit and loss for the product, will monitor sales throughout the product's life cycle. Working with the mainline sales and marketing functions, adjustments are made before, during, and after launch to the marketing collateral and technology as necessary. Figure 13-5 shows a new product with rapid market acceptance upon introduction. This is a measure of success for the new product as demand accelerates. Not all new products will have immediate sales as illustrated. Often initial sales are slow as the organization builds demand and as customers become familiar with the new product introduction. Introduction is a critical time for a new product, and hopefully application of design thinking in the WAGILE new product development process has established empathy with the target market segment. Customer acceptance and warranty issues are also critical measures at this point. As the market majority learns about and purchases the new product, the growth curve is less steep, but still sales increase over time. When enough competition enters a marketplace, sales will begin to flatten, and products can become commodities or cash cows. Product and brand managers often find it difficult to recognize when sales begin to level out. Even more challenging to recognize is when sales begin to decline. All products reach a decline stage through the time frame, and it can be quite varied. For example, Tide laundry detergent has been a household staple for 80 years, delivering extraordinary long-term profits to Procter & Gamble. At the opposite end of the spectrum, many consumer food products have a life cycle of 18 months or less, following trends and fads. Regardless of the time that a product enjoys stellar sales, when the product sales begin declining, the company must make tough decisions. The product might be revamped through another new product development project, or it can be retired. Retiring a product is a standard business decision and is outside the scope of this text. Brand management. As indicated in Chapter 13, the project leader often serves as a brand manager or product manager for an entire product family. Following sales and recommending direction for one product throughout its life cycle is a responsibility held by this position. Additionally, as a product is launched, brand management and integration are crucial tasks. Brand management is often described by the 4 P's of marketing. Product. Elements of the product itself are important to how the brand is presented to potential customers. Branding, functionality, and packaging are components of a customer's purchase decision. Customer service and warranties are also factors that influence end users and are usually included in initial launch considerations. Price. In Chapter 12, we discussed pricing strategies for a new product. Often an initial launch will involve premium or skimming to drive introductory sales. However, other aspects of price include retail markups, discounts, and bundling with other products. Promotion. Some new products require consumer education as well as training of the sales force. One of our food and beverage clients conducts special training sessions with sales staff upon a new product launch so they understand various applications and subsequently target the appropriate customer block. Going back to the customer empathy map, outbound marketing focuses on gains displacing pains. Other sales promotions may include free trials or discount coupons. Place. Finally, where and how the product is sold is a decision made at launch and as the product advances through its life cycle. Some products must be encountered in person for customers to make a purchase decision, while others can be presented adequately online. Logistics, distribution, special handling, and so on also constitute product management decisions at this stage. Post-launch reviews. Both waterfall and agile project management processes utilize lessons learned for continuous improvement. The first post-launch review, PLR1, of a staged and gated process examines a process and team performance such as a sprint retrospective does. Because teams operate with autonomy, WAGILE adopts a post-launch review process from staged and gated new product development to identify process continuous improvement items. These might include suggestions of templates that enhance the team's performance, as well as elimination of forms or approvals that hindered speed to market. As shown in Figure 4-6 in a different episode, the second and third post-launch reviews are focused on sales of the new product. While the team leader may initiate the PLR1, the project leader will typically gather the data and team for the PLR2 and PLR3, post-launch review 2 and 3 reviews, which focus on the product's performance in target markets. Because the project leader maintains profit and loss responsibility for the new product and serves to support the product throughout its life cycle, understanding sales, forecasts, and marketing is crucial to success. For a WAGILE product, success is also determined if the project has stayed within the agreed upon boundary conditions. Schedule and cost are easy to measure and should fall within less than 5% deviation as determined at PLR1. Customer acceptance and gross margins are measured after routine sales and demand are understood for the new product. Of course, like a sprint retrospective, the team leader and project leader will have monitored the project constraints from Figure 13-3 through all stages of the WAGILE project. Stage 5 activities. Tools and activities in the production stage of WAGILE are well known to successful operating teams. As the new product development effort winds down and the product is transferred to normal operations, the team will disband and be assigned to other projects. Of course, the post-launch reviews provide valuable advice and recommendations for future new product development efforts. The project leader will stay involved with the product as it matures in the marketplace. Likewise, the customer representative will continue to touch the product new market needs and opportunities identified that are influenced by the product. Managing the product as a normal offering is one of the primary activities undertaken in Stage 5. Ship. Depending on several of the launch decisions and market tests, the new product must be shipped to retailers, customers, and end users. In many instances, products require special handling or packaging to prevent damage. For example, many food and beverage products are perishable. Liquid products must be packaged in sturdy containers to prevent spillage. Wholesale products must be easily divisible when they arrive at retail stores. There are dozens of logistics questions to address before shipping a new product. Most can be answered in stage 5 unless there is unusual packaging or handling involved that the company has not previously encountered. As a standard operation, logistics includes procurement of raw materials, loading of transport vehicles, managing the delivery of products, and so on. Logistics coordinators understand and provide guidance on regulations for transportation of dangerous goods such as petrochemicals, pharmaceutical compounds, or DOT regulated materials. In some situations, transportation and supply chain are critical elements to manufacture the new product. Our kitchen appliance client relied solely on overseas production and import. Any supply chain hiccup, such as delayed ocean shipping or customs clearance, resulted in excessive air freight costs to deliver the products to retailers as promised. Otherwise, the products were delivered to North American warehouses by rail with secondary transportation by truck to the retailers. Purchasing and sales orders for manufacturing must take transportation and delivery times into account, especially for a new product with seasonal demand. To manage supply chain costs and overall new product profitability, it is important to have tight sales forecasts. Measure. A successful product delivers value to both the customer and to the producer. Financial measures determine sales volumes and gross margin for the new product. These are typical success metrics for any operation managed by the corporate cost accountant. Other innovation and sales measures for the new product will include lifetime in the target market, degree and pace of competition, and demand profiles. Many of these metrics are tracked under normal business conditions by senior management, sales, and marketing functions. The project leader monitors these and many other metrics throughout the execution of the project. Manage. Literally hundreds of books describe business management. When a new product is commercialized, it is transferred to the normal functions and standard operating practices of the firm. Ongoing management of the product does, however, require routine inspection of the markets, technologies, and brand to ensure that the product is meeting customer needs. Likewise, all products move through a life cycle, albeit with different timing, to an eventual decline in sales. In addition to the tools and activities described for Stage 5 of WAGILE, some topics to consider for ongoing management include productivity, forecasting, human resources, factory and location and layout, scheduling, maintenance, and reliability. WAGILE is a composite project management methodology designed specifically for new product development. Based on design thinking, but borrowing from the best of waterfall and agile practices, WAGILE can help new product teams deliver better new products faster while maintaining discipline and understanding risks. Because of the focus on design thinking, WAGILE engages customers and provides team autonomy. Thank you for joining me on these several episodes to read Chapter 14 of the Innovation Process book. Next up, we'll be covering Chapter 15, Implementation of WAGILE New Product Development, which includes sections on strategy and the 4 risks that we've been talking about: customer risk, financial risk, technical risk, and people risk throughout this book. Again, get your copy at Amazon with the square QR code in the upper right of the screen, and then get registered, very inexpensive, for our course starting August 12th, 2025 by scanning that circular QR code, and we will customize that training so that you can implement the process that best fits your organization's culture, strategy, and all the elements that we talk about in this book for risk. So thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next time.